Alright, the Samsung Galaxy Book 3 Ultra, the new, exciting, and expensive Galaxy Ultrabook. Is it worth it? Let's talk about it. So, the Galaxy Book 3 Ultra is Samsung's new, highest-end Ultrabook, made for professionals and even some light gamers alike. More on that later. It comes with a wealth of solid specs with a starter price of $2,400, which yeah, quite expensive, but let's see what you get with it. To start, a great form factor, thin and light, the whole shebang. On top of that, we get a solid OLED screen that's also very large, 16 inches, and also highly detailed with a 3K resolution, and a 120Hz refresh rate. So Samsung did not skimp out on the form factor of this laptop. It's thin, large, and has a great screen, so you won't need to worry about that disappointing anyone, thank goodness. So then, how about that connectivity? Well, Samsung definitely took a note from Apple with its port selection for this laptop. It has things like a few USBs and a microSD card slot, which are very nice, plus an HDMI port and a headphone jack. But given the price and nature of this laptop being very expensive and supposed to be well-rounded and gamer-friendly, I would have liked to see maybe an Ethernet port and another USB just to round the device out. But maybe I'm just being picky, so let's talk about the cameras. Just like with the Galaxy Book 3 Pro 360, the camera is solid. Full HD or 1080p with a wide-angle lens. You can't go wrong with that resolution and the lens's ability to cover a large space. So good job Samsung with that. And another feature to commend Samsung on would be the internal specs. Because this laptop not only has a great CPU configuration, but also a little bit of RAM. And it also ships with a dedicated GPU, which is something we haven't seen too often from Samsung, making this laptop far more appealing for consumers. So creatives and even light gamers can take advantage of this machine. Those who work on specific intensive tasks but also want to play games on the side will really like this laptop. I'm sure I would. So well done Samsung with the internal spec configuration. Of course, even with that said, you probably won't be able to do everything on it. I mean, what laptop can do everything? But it will surely be as good as the majority of consumers will likely need it to be. Now then, how about the storage? Again, just like with its other brothers, the Book 3 Ultra is not great. It comes with 512GB starting or 1TB if you pre-order, which okay, but not great considering this is an over $2,000 laptop. It should certainly come with things that you want and especially need, which for laptops with this kind of performance caliber, you probably will need more storage for your large files. But I digress. Thankfully, it does come with a microSD card slot for expandable storage, so you're all good there. And then, how about the battery? Samsung claims up to 17.5 hours, which again, wow, that's really good, especially with a PC with a dedicated graphics card. But we'll need to wait and see what the reviewers have to say about this laptop, because of course, not everything is 100% applicable to everyone. For instance, you probably won't be able to get 17.5 hours of gaming on this laptop, but I think it'll surely be good and hopefully pretty impressive too. And lastly, the release date. The Galaxy Book 3 Ultra is scheduled to be released on February 17th, 2023, which of course depends on your region. So for most people, February-ish, which means very soon. Let's get on to my verdict. So, the Samsung Galaxy Book 3 Ultra. Is it worth it? Well, for the right person. Look, I'm not going to beat around the bush with this one. Just like with the MacBook Pros, the Galaxy Book 3 Ultra is made for the professionals. And I don't just mean creatives, I mean anyone who needs the power that this machine puts out. It might be too much for normal consumers, hence why there are other Galaxy Book 3s being released at the same time. So is it worth the expense? Well, that depends on how well it performs when the reviewers get their hands on it. But frankly speaking, I'm super interested in this device. Because for the MacBook Pros, even though they have great performance and whatnot, you can't really game on the Mac operating system. And I'm not even that much of a gamer, but the ability to exercise your options with this laptop is really nice. It's a Windows laptop that can do anything your typical Windows computer can do. But really, the proof is in the pudding on whether this laptop is really worth the price. Because for most people looking for a computer in this price market, it really needs to show its worth. Things like heat management, specific program performance, and especially battery life are things that need to be tested. And when those are revealed, then we can make a judgment on whether this laptop satisfies your needs. But with that said, here are the needs that I believe would best fit this laptop. If you are a professional, meaning a creative, photo or video editor, digital artist, etc., or an individual who simply needs a laptop of this performance caliber, then you should consider getting the Samsung Galaxy Book 3 Ultra. But note, I said consider. We gotta see if this is better than the MacBook Pro. Because even though I like the idea of it being able to be used for gaming, for professionals, that's not a concern. They're focused on if it works for their work. So we'll see. But all in all, I think this is a cool big laptop to check out and to keep on your radar either way. And that was my overview of the Samsung Galaxy Book 3 Ultra. I hope this video helped, and I hope to see you again soon. My name is Cyrus. It's spelled like Cyrus, pronounced like See Rooster, just take out the ter. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Peace.